Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in DayZ. And today we've got exciting news. It looks like DayZ 1.14 has hit experimental branch. And what does that mean? Some of the clues have been revealed, and we'll be over there testing it on experimental branch on the Xbox later on today. So yes, it's also on the PC as well. So yeah, let's get to it. I'll go over some of the specifics, but this is going to be when it does hit live branch for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And I'll tell you what that all means, but let's go over to the tweet. There we go. Dear survivors, thank you all for being such good sports, speculating the teasers. The much anticipated 1.14 is here for experimental branches. Xbox experimental servers will go down at 1400 CEST and PC at 1500 CEST. Each will take an hour. I hope you are ready. Biochemical symbol. What's up? Okay, so it looks like it's here. We'll be able to test it out. We were right. It is going to be for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. But here's the deal. Here's the caveat, right? The PlayStation does not have experimental servers, as Sony does not support that as of yet. So sadly, you guys won't be able to see it in the experimental version. But if you're watching us on the Xbox, that's going to give you a good idea of what is coming when it does hit live branch. So it goes from experimental branch, a bunch of iterations, and then it goes to the live branch, which goes to everybody. Make sense? Okay. So yeah, I mean, an Xbox and PlayStation are essentially the same version. There's such minor changes between those. So you can pretty much bank on the fact that whatever you see in our Xbox experimental version is going to be for you guys on PlayStation. So don't worry. Also, the 1.14, I know you guys on PlayStation have a different menu number. Just know that the internal version that's coming with all this toxic cloud or contamination stuff is going to be 1.14. Okay. Real quick, I'll just give you a couple light pieces here. I just want to make sure you guys knew about this. We will be streaming this over on the Xbox, again, giving you guys the PlayStation experience too, because that's essentially going to be the same thing. Just know this looks like it's going to have contamination zones. Looks like we have gas masks. It's going to be for Livonia and Chernarus. And it looks like there'll be special zombies in those locations. Also, possibly, I think, a new weapon and some different, maybe a different type of sickness. And yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. So I'm just kind of giving you like a light preview of what this is. We'll have patch notes a little bit later. I just want to make sure you guys knew about this. Looks like the gas masks right here, geez, I can't talk, are going to have functionality, which is way cool. This little filter here is going to be replaced at some point, so you're going to have to be able to move in and out of those toxic zones. Again, we'll give you a light preview of what's coming through, but we'll have a more comprehensive list as the day goes on. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I am on the PC because it's a bit easier for me to show you some of this stuff. Looks like we now have fish traps that you can make out of a water bottle, a larger fishnet trap, right? And it looks like we have different types of things to capture wildlife, which is awesome, right? Looks like we got the rabbit snare, a tripwire, which may or may not be used for humans. Just saying, that's really cool. So we got different ways to gather fish, different way to gather wildlife, and we've got the gas mask, which is pretty sick. And again, we're going to save a lot of that gameplay for when we actually walk into the zone itself. So it looks like the zones are static and dynamic, if that makes sense. And real quick, and again, I'll go through this entire list. Looks like we've got different types of infected, different types of antidotes. Nice. Definitely a weapon, and the contamination, it says, okay, there you go, static and dynamic, spawning contaminated areas. Awesome. So it looks like those artillery shots might be the audio cue for said contamination zones. So there you go. We've got 1.14 experimental out, which means 1.14 is just around the corner for everybody on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So again, be on the lookout. We'll be streaming this later on today, checking it out in real time, so you guys know what's coming. So drop a like if you found it useful and helpful. And if you think it's something you would like to watch in the future, consider dropping that subscribe and turning on those notifications to all. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Yeah, I'm a wuss. I left the silencer on.